Patriotism, or national pride, is the feeling of love, devotion, and sense of attachment to a homeland and alliance with other citizens who share the same sentiment. This attachment can be a combination of many different feelings relating to one's own homeland, including ethnic, cultural, political, or historical aspects. This is the best definition for the meaning of patriotism, but what does patriotism mean in the modern world?
I think that my patriotism as a French citizens, I consider it in a position with nationalism, and regarding to my political opinions and my general opinions about my country, I will follow the De Gaulle's motto about it is patriotism is the opposite of nationalism, because be patriotic significates that you love your country. And
patriotism is feeling that you live in community with people with the same customs and traditions, everyone under the same flag, which represents the duties and rights of our own country and that you defend.
Patriotism to me in Australia means love for your country and all the people that are in it, all the animals, and helping out when everyone else needs it. For example, the bushfire crisis.
Patriotism. I think it's an extreme love for your country in a symbolic way. Maybe not as nationalism, it sounds more political.
Being a patriot is like working hard for your country. You don't need to be nationalist, you don't need to care about the race, ethnicity, just work and do your best for the country.
What patriotism means to me means that every citizen of a country and the people who live in the country may have equal social rights, may have a good quality of life, and may be proud and happy of the life they achieved in the country. Doesn't matter where they come from.
In my opinion, patriotism is a feeling about loving your own country and traditions, and I feel like it's something that every citizen should have about their own countries.
That's like. My wife and I had a son in Iraq in the Marines. And Jessica, when you see your brother.
Being patriotism in Japan is pretty controversial because when you say you're patriot, almost everyone will connect this to World War II era when the Japan was totalitarianism state. So it is not okay to say I'm a patriotist in Japan.
Okay, first of all, I think that patriotism is a feeling of belonging to a nation with certain characteristics, and they use this concept to defend what they think that their nation is. For example, they think that their nation is traditions, the typical culture, not wanting any immigrants, only local people. Yes.
Patriotism for me is false pride and a social convention which has no place in a globalized world.
For me, it's negative connotation. It means that you are very proud of your country, I guess, and like, especially, proud of a picture that you have of your country, of a certain something very specific, but also very narrow-minded in my mind. So it's not very.
Many people confuse the meaning of patriotism with the meaning of nationalism. But nationalism is defined as loyalty and devotion to a nation, exalting one nation above all others. While patriotism is harmless, nationalism is more sinister in nature. While patriotism is when love for your own people comes first, nationalism is when hatred for other people comes first. While nationalism is the belief that one country is better than another, a patriot believes that the place where he was born deserves all the love in the world. Sometimes it's really difficult to identify the difference.
¿Que amáis a vuestra patria? ¡Fachas! ¿Que queréis a España? ¡Fachas! ¿Que queréis defender las fronteras de España, las paredes de vuestro hogar? Xenófobos y fachas. ¿Que os parece que la inmigración debe controlarse de alguna manera? Racistas y fachas. ¿Que os gustan las tradiciones, las fiestas populares y las procesiones de España y de su mundo rural? Retrógrados y fachas. ¿Que no admitís que se criminalice a la mitad de la población por su sexo con las leyes totalitarias de la ideología de género? Machistas y fachas. Daba igual lo que pensaseis, los progres y los comunistas y una parte también de esa derechita cobarde tenían un insulto, un San Benito preparado para lanzaros, casi siempre el mismo, fachas y 1000 veces fachas. Con Vox esto se ha acabado, con vosotros esto se ha terminado, porque los San Benitos y los insultos de Pablo Iglesias, de Pedro Sánchez y de Quito Ra, nos los ponemos como medallas en el pecho. Los progres, los progres.
¡Viva España!
Is he a nationalist or a patriot?